Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. Our Coppa Italia starts tomorrow, first round against Sampdoria. Do you miss Sampdoria? I remember when we were speaking about Sampdoria in games against us a few years ago in the league, but from that moment they got relegated, they have been an absolute disaster. In fact, I kind of introduced this game as the disaster of the Serie A against the disaster of the Serie B. Two teams which you'd expect in higher positions than what they currently are. Roma, of course, sitting 15th in the Serie A, and Sampdoria sitting 15th in the Serie B. Look, it needs to be a win. I don't even feel like I can end the video. We need to win this game. Number one, because it's Sampdoria and because they've been a continuous disaster since they got relegated. And number two, because we need to take this Coppa Italia seriously. We're not taking the league seriously for various different problems. We try to analyze these problems every week. These problems are they're failing to improve. So Coppa Italia is about to start. The start of a new tournament, and it's not guaranteed that we're gonna win it because, of course, to win the Coppa Italia, you need to beat teams that are in the Serie A, which, yes, okay, might take the Coppa Italia a bit less serious, like Napoli did with Lazio last week. But it really won't be easy because you've got the likes of Inter, who of course are a serious club and want to win as many trophies as possible. You've got Juventus, who now that Fiorentina got eliminated on penalties against Empoli have got an easier route to the final. You've got the classic Atalanta, you've got Lazio, you've got Milan. So it's not easy, but it's what can save our season, it's what can change our season, and it's what can give a sense of honor and pride to what has been a continuous shit show this season. So I'm excited that the Coppa Italia is starting. But in recent history, Roma's been a disaster in it. In recent history, the Coppa Italia has been a total embarrassment from us. The last time we won it was in 2008, and the last time we reached the semi-final was in 2017. It's been a few years now, almost 10 years, 8 years that we failed to reach the semi-final of a trophy that every time at the beginning of the season we go, this is the year we win it, this is the year we win it, and then we always get thrown out. I remember a few years ago it was Cremonese, a few years ago with Garcia or Spalletti, I can't remember. In fact with Fonseca it was La Spezia. In recent history, this trophy meant embarrassment for us. Hopefully we can change this pattern because it's fundamental that we do. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer to 14,000 subscribers. We flew past the 13,000. So if you can get yourself subscribed if you haven't already. Also hit the like and bring your friends along. The more you share it, the better it is. Let's speak about, I'm going to give a little introduction on this Coppa Italia. Then I'll say a few words on Sampdoria, not many, because I don't watch the Serie B. And then I'll show you my predicted 11, which is a predicted 11 with a few changes, but not a complete overhaul, because a complete overhaul means not caring and ultimately means wanting to get thrown out, which is the wrong mentality and the wrong attitude of a team that needs to give its life in the Coppa Italia this season. Right. The Coppa Italia has always been our little gem. After Juventus, Roma is the club in Italy which won the most Coppa Italias, which is something to be proud about. Again, it's not league titles, but it's always a domestic cup. In history, we've always done great. We've won the last one in 2008, and then after that, unfortunately, the Coppa Italia for us has always meant nightmare. If you look at that final lost against Lazio with Lulic scoring in the 71st minute, that's something the Lazio fans will remember until the day they die, and they mock Roma fans every single day about. If you find that Sad or not, I don't know. But from the moment you lost that final against Lazio of the Coppa Italia, the Coppa Italia has been a nightmare for you with easy exits, early exits, and of course not reaching a semi-final since 2017. It's time to change this. The Coppa Italia format is not good. It needs a complete modify because I don't like how... First of all, I don't like how big clubs are already guaranteed the round of 16s. I think it's not fair. I think it's clearly showing and boasting the supremacy of these clubs, but I don't think it makes it fun because at the end of the day, you always have the same winners and you never have surprises. It needs to try and copy the FA Cup style. And the second thing is that I hate how big clubs against small clubs always play at home, because basically what decides if you're playing at home or not is your placement in the league table of the year before. So, of course, Roma was in the Serie A and Sampdoria was in the Serie B. So we were higher than them, so we're playing at home. If we qualify, we face Milan. And due to the fact that Milan had the better placement than us in last season's Serie A, we have to play in Milan, which is a fair logistic for teams like us, but it's not fair for teams like Sampdoria and teams like... the surprises and the little clubs which want to try and go the whole way. So the format I don't like, but I've got my eyes on this trophy this season. Apart from the fact that if we win it, which we're not going to win, but if we do win it, it would be your 10th one, which is cool. La décima, as Real Madrid say. I have my eyes on this trophy. I'd actually, you know me, my priority is still the Europa League, because you know me too well. I want to win that Europa League like somebody wants water in the desert. But after the priority of the Europa League, the second priority is going well in the Coppa Italia. It's not trying to get top 8, because what you can do in the league after having 16 points in 16 games is only think about saving yourself. So you really need to try and give it your best and treat this Coppa Italia as a little Europa League, using that Europa League mentality that you do and have collected in these past seasons. Again, I agree. Teams like Inter and Atalanta, this trophy is not the priority for them. But these teams always have acted as if this trophy meant a lot for their season, so they always end up going well. Okay? Coppa Italia is big this. I really want to go the whole way. And remember, if we do reach a final is at home at the Olimpico, because it's the capital of Italy and it's the rule. It's like Wembley, okay? So that would be a home advantage. I want to lift the trophy. It's been too much. I mean, I miss the Conference League eras. Now, I'm not sure whether if we win a Coppa Italia, the city will go on tilt like we won a Conference League. I highly doubt it would, on the passionate side of things. But on the glory side of things, even in the worst seasons, you can say, I lifted a trophy. In a season where I've been absolutely terribly outdone by everyone. So, look... I want us to treat it well. I want us to treat it with pride. You don't even want to know what I would be if we get thrown out tomorrow. If we get thrown out tomorrow like we did against Cremonese a few years ago, I will fucking lose it. I will. It's just, and it worries me because recent history shows that we've been very bad in this competition and that we haven't really cared about it. I think it's time to start caring about it. I think it's time to switch it on, and ultimately I think it's time to try and go the whole way, because it's the season to do so. And it really would. It would completely overturn the season from this to this if you win the Coppa Italia. So big ups. Good luck to us, because we will need it. It won't be easy, but we have to try our best, because a trophy is a trophy. Coppa Italia is a Coppa Italia. People will argue that a Coppa Italia is even more precious than a Conference League. Some people would argue. So I have said it. and we have to go well. Now, Sampdoria, disaster, absolute disaster. They've been bankrupt. They went down and they never recovered from their relegation. You'd expect Sampdoria to go down and then come back up immediately for the dimension of the club, a historic club, a very historic club. Well, Sampdoria are 15th. Like, they risk going in the Serie C. That's how bad Sampdoria are. They've got Borini. The only player that I could name is Borini, ex-Roma player. Changed manager recently. They sacked Sotil and they appointed Simplici, managers which know how to play in this and how to manage in the league. Of course, a few years ago, they had Pirlo and then they sacked him because he was not grinding results. I like Sampdoria. Look, I think it's a historic. I don't think they belong in the Serie B at all. But this is what happens when you're not careful also on the financial side of football. Sampdoria went on a severe debt and bankrupt crisis in these past few seasons, which has brought them where they are. They beat Genoa in the Derby della Lanterna to be in this position to face us in the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia. So they'll be proud about it. They will try and give a sense of honor and pride to their journey. I highly doubt their win. Again, Sampdoria beating Roma at the Olimpico would be the apocalypse. Like, I wouldn't even have the words to describe it anymore. It would be a hypocalyptical scenario. But I expect a few changes on our side. I don't expect many changes because I think too many changes shows the rest that you don't care. There are inevitably going to be a few changes. A few B players will play, but not the whole of the squad, which is why this is my predicted 11. It's not that bad. Like, that predicted 11 should beat Sampdoria 4-0, 3-0. Okay, so it's a solid one. Okay, it has a few rotations, but it's a solid one. I can tolerate it. Svilar in goal. I could see Ryan starting. I wouldn't mind Ryan starting. My only little fear is you always have the penalty danger. Again, you can sub Svilar on. But yeah, I mean, if it goes on penalties, Svilar needs to start. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind seeing Ryan. I mean, if he doesn't start tomorrow, he will never start. Because every game in the league will be crucial from now on. And in the Europa League and the Coppa Italia as well. So if he doesn't start tomorrow, Ryan will never start, and he only came to Rome to learn Italian. 3-man defense. Hummels is still out for a fever. The guy always has a fever, by the way. I mean, good luck to him, but he's always sick. Mancini back. I'm going to put Hermoso in the middle, even though it's not good enough, and Ndika. I think when Hummels isn't available, you have to start with a back four, not a back three. But I'm not sure if it is going to happen. In the middle, Saud on the right, Zaleski on the left, Pisilli and Pellegrini. Kone could start, but as much as I said I want to give everything in the Coppa Italia, we shouldn't risk him. He wasn't ready to start that Como game, and he played with half the intensity. He had a little muscle pain, so we shouldn't risk him. And he continued to play for that game for 90 minutes, so he forced on the injury. So drop Pellegrini down and put Baldanzi up front. Pisilli next to him, Paredes so out. He could start tomorrow. He wasn't training today, however. And then up front, I'm going to put Baldanzi back, Salamakers and Shomurodov up front. Dybala in the middle of Galatasaray rumours, in the middle of transfer rumours. I will share my opinion on Dybala's potential exit in January later on. I don't think, last season we said this when we played Cremonese. And look, at the end of the day, we needed Dybala to beat them. But I think surely it can't be that bad. Like, Sampdoria are very bad. They're 15th in the second division of Italian football. So, again, similar discussion to Svilar. if Shomurodov and Baldanzi don't start this game under Ranieri, they will never start any game. So, and look, Baldanzi was a starter player with Juric, so he's not that bad. He's not bad. I like him. Shomurodov I don't like, but I can tolerate him starting ahead of Dovbyk in such a game, who isn't fit and shouldn't start right now. And then Salamakers to give a bit of, agility up there, to give a bit of speed. Salamakers is the only player in this team who dribbles players, so give a sense of speed up there. Dybala to come on, Paredes if he's ready to come on or even starting. And that should be it. I'll be going to the stadium tomorrow, of course. So I will be filming a stadium vlog. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you expect from this Coppa Italia. I expect this club to treat it properly, and I expect this club to try and go the whole way. Also because out of all the teams, out of the Bolognas, the Atalantas, the Juventus, the Lazio, the Napoli, if you do qualify in the quarterfinals, you probably have the best team out of all, because you've got Milan, who's living a very similar season to you. A tiny bit better, but not that much. So again, use these little exploitations to try and make yourself slowly to the final, because it's a trophy that... And remember, semi-final is home and away. So... no need to think about future rounds. We've got Sampdoria tomorrow, and knowing my club, I don't trust them, and it's going to be another heart pain game. I'll catch you tomorrow. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts down below about this game and your predicted 11 and your thoughts on Sampdoria and our potential Coppa Italia path. And I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy it. See you, mate.